What is spiritual bypassing? Hey everybody, it's Chris Lemig here at Gateway to the Limitless. I'm an author, spiritual educator, and former Tibetan Buddhist monk. And today I wanted to talk a little bit about spiritual bypassing. So what is spiritual bypassing? Well, kind of what it sounds like. It's using spiritual practice, spiritual ideas, spiritual notions to bypass or to avoid or to kind of sidestep stuff that we really shouldn't be sidestepping. Some examples of spiritual bypassing are, kind of just thinking that, everything is love and light and that everyone's a spiritual being, and just really focusing on that and then denying all the other stuff, denying all the other parts of our personality, denying all of the the woundedness in our lives, our traumas, our stuff that just kind of icky and sticky and sometimes even gross and dark and scary. So when we're trying to avoid those sorts of things and just kind of stuff it all down and say, yes, but it's all just love and light and, we're eternal beings and, everything's perfect just the way it is. But when we're ignoring all that other stuff, that the more kind of human, I guess you could say, elements of our being, the biological body, physical stuff that we all face and that we're all moving through and transforming and evolving through, when we're stuffing that down, it causes all kinds of problems. Because really what's going to happen is that if we don't deal with that underlying muck of our subconscious, all of the darkness, all of the woundedness, all of the hurt, all of the pain, it's going to pop up regardless. It's going to come up somewhere in our life. And it might even come up in ways that's really more harmful than if we actually were to face it and deal with it ourselves, head on. There's been plenty of people that I have known along the spiritual journey that I've been on who are in total denial of their humanity. They're in total denial of their shortcomings, of their woundedness, of their hurts. And this manifests in ways that sometimes can be really hurtful towards others. It expresses as kind of self-righteousness and feelings of superiority. I've seen people who are like love and light be truly venomous and mean to other people and put other people down and even put themselves down as well. They attack themselves in the same way. So spiritual bypassing is something that we really need to bypass, actually. We need to avoid that with all of our heart, because we are whole beings. We're whole human beings. Yes, we are spiritual. Yes, we are perfect beings, just as we are. And that includes all of the stuff, all of the muck, all the darkness, all the ickiness, all that stuff that we typically don't want to face. That's still a part of who we are. And it's beautiful, all of it together. So how do we deal with this? How do we avoid spiritual bypassing? Well, we've got to, first of all, be brave. We have to be courageous. We have to love ourselves enough to trust ourselves that we have the capacity, that we have the ability, that we have the tools and the resources to be able to face whatever it is that we need to face within ourselves. If we really truly do believe that everything is love, everything is light, that we're eternal spiritual beings, then we can tap into that and we can remind ourselves that that is true, yes. And that means that I have everything that I need to be able to face all of this stuff that maybe at first is going to be unpleasant, but eventually, once I get through it and transform it and heal it, it's going to integrate back into my whole being, and I'm going to become even more beautiful, even more loving, even more perfect, just as I am. So one of the things that we can do is to make a commitment to ourselves to acknowledge when the dark feelings come up, when the painful feelings come up, when the ickiness comes up, that we're not going to push it down. We're not going to ignore it. We're not going to just try to, stuff it away in a corner somewhere or sweep it under the rug. We're going to courageously and bravely and with great love for ourselves and for all beings, we're going to say, I'm going to face this. I'm going to bring this up and I'm going to look at it. And I'm going to look at it with love. And I'm going to call in whatever resources I need within myself and even without myself to really face this and really work with these energies within myself in a productive way, in a healing way, in a way that's truly authentic and that honors me as a whole being. So that's what I've got to say about spiritual bypassing for today. It's a topic that that we take deep dives into, and who knows, maybe I'll do a workshop on it someday, and we can kind of take a deeper dive into spiritual bypassing. What it is, how it affects us, and how we can avoid it, and how we can actually bring all the junk and the gunk to our spiritual path, which is actually really one of the things that I do in Gateway to the Limitless. I help people to acknowledge those things. I call them blocks to our connecting with our true self, and we're dealing with all that kind of stuff as it comes up. So again, I'm Chris Lemig with Gateway to the Limitless here. I teach a workshop that really gives you all the tools that you need to deeply connect with your true self, to discover what your true desires are, and then to be able to live and manifest your true destiny. So thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, like this video, comment down in the comments here. Let me know what you think about spiritual bypassing, maybe how you've handled it in your own life, and how you've kind of gotten around or bypassed spiritual bypassing so that you can more accept yourself for who you are and heal those parts of yourself that truly need healing. Thank you so much for watching. Take care and be well, my dear hearts and fellow spiritual travelers.